It helps when you turn the microphone on. What's going on, guys? It's Kevin here with ModMyMods, and today is another great day to begin quarantine. Anyways, today is Friday, the 14th. We have made it back from CES. We are basically just laying low. Those of us who have not been infected are doing what we need to do, and the rest of us, well, unfortunately, are stuck at home. And that kind of sucks. So, that is pretty much where we're at when it comes to the condition of our condition. But hey, that gives me time to hang out with you guys a little bit more than we typically normally would, right? So not only will we play some games, but we'll talk about some CES stuff that was going on, go through some of the photos that I got here of all of the fun, great things that we saw while we were there in Vegas. So we'll see what happens. Go from there. Hopefully you guys are having a good afternoon. Today is cold. It's like a, what is it right now? Yeah, it's a hot 19 degrees outside. And basically it's just real cold. Bitter cold, you know what I'm saying? So we're supposed to get a nasty snowstorm on Monday. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't get crazy, and because of that, I'm going to make sure that my snowblower starts, because it didn't yesterday, which doesn't make any sense because I fixed it like 3 weeks ago and started it up and it worked fine and everything was fine. Now it doesn't want to start, and I know exactly what the problem is you got garbage gas that's inside of the tank, and you got to clean it all out, and basically clean it out with carb cleaner and clean the gasket and let it dry out and all that good stuff. So Joe, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. Still sick 8 days in a row. Jesus, you don't have the COVID, do you? Did you guys get it? I don't remember. I know you guys were sick. That I knew that, but I didn't know that it'd been 8 days. Holy shit, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. Well, let's oh yeah, he's got the COVID. Well, there it is. You got the vid. Yo, dog, you got that. You get that good stuff. You got that vid. Yeah, well, I was really trying to avoid it. It's the best that I could. And it's inevitable. It's kind of where I've gotten to, you know? I don't know, though. The kiddo tested positive. I didn't test positive, which is cool. So, we'll see. But I also haven't gotten the results back, so we'll see what happens. But, oh well, what are you gonna do? A good big thank you to DJ Turbo, Neil. I say it every time, but again, he's one of the best out there. One of my good friends, Neil, out in New York City. Thank you for letting us use your music this morning. That was on SoundCloud. It's actually not morning anymore. It's 3:25. But when you're stuck inside all day long and you don't forget what daytime is, you know, it's like, oh, it's bright outside. Is that just the light? I don't know. I'm in the basement and they won't let me out. Oh well. What are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? All right. So that being said, speaking of not being let out, why don't we head on over and take a look at some photos? What do y'all think? Does that sound like a good idea? I don't know where this y'all part is coming from. Like the most Yankee type of person you can get. I'm literally born and raised in New York, not the city, but still New York, and I don't have any sort of southernness in me whatsoever. Maybe the hospitality part, but I don't know where this y'all thing is coming from. I also say howdy a lot. That's weird. Anyways, um, let's head on over because, well, and I get locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me out. Yeah, right. Pretty much. They won't let me out. So, why don't we take a look at some CES photos, right? Because we're here, and you guys can see what I saw through my digital form, my digital assets. So we went over and saw Andy over at Inwin on the floor, which unfortunately was kind of sad because the main floor, one of the north convention hall, entrance of it or whatever, which is one of the main entrances where you get dropped off right at the Uber there. There were a lot of open spaces. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. However, when you went throughout, the rest of the building and stuff like that, you got to see a lot of the other manufacturers that were on display, and some of them had some pretty neat booths and stuff like that. Some of the tech wasn't anything crazy, but it is what it is. So Inwin had their cases on display. The one at the very end, the 515. This is the N515. That's their new case that they have out. It's basically, let's see, I gotta find the photos. Yeah, so the 309, and then this is the 315. The 309 is the one that's got like the Tetris front end, or the front to the case of it, I'm pretty sure. And then the 315 is their split window that has like the one side is glass and the other side is case. And then you have obviously the big old window. But here, yeah, that's the N519. And they have the infinity mirror in the front, which is kind of cool. And then they have a space up top for the 360 and a 240 in the front. Now I did ask to see if there was a way that you could like take these cases apart and everything like that to maybe modify them, because oh yeah, that's the AIO now. And I tried to get a photo of it, and to be honest with you, it's such fail sauce because what they're trying to do. Whoops, I think I went too far. What they're trying to do is replicate the why can't I think of it right now? Yeah, the infinity mirror type of effect on the top of the AIO. Now, again, my camera wasn't so great when I was taking that photo. However, I think you get the idea of what it was. But yeah, there you go. There's the infinity mirror, which was totally screwing up my camera, as you can see. Oh well. And then also the N127, which is it's basically the smaller size of the 515. Again, pretty sweet little cases. I like them. I like that they're glass and on the side and everything like that. I do like the infinity mirror. However, he said that the top part, which apparently I didn't take a photo of, the top part isn't removable. You'd have to drill it out, which, I mean, for us, that's no big deal, but it does look like it's folded material, and that does look like it might be a pain in the ass. But hey, whatever, Again, I like the way that it looks. It's pretty neat. One of the few things that was on display at CES that you saw. And apparently my focus on my camera was not right, because apparently here's all the package contents, but the PCI riser cable is what I was trying to actually show you here. It is a PCI 4.0, so make sure if you do get one of these, your motherboard defaults to Gen 5. Make sure you set it to 4. We've had that issue before. I also didn't know. I mean, it's kind of neat because this PCI bracket, or it does come with like the bracket as well, the piece that actually goes into the back of the case, which might be nice. Here, let me flip that around for you. Which might be nice if you're gonna mod something or put something in there. So. And then also I didn't know that Inman was doing power supplies. They only had the white edition on display, but the white edition is still kind of sweet looking. It was kind of clean. It is full modular. They come in obviously 850, 750, 650. Um, I don't know, seemed like standard issue power supply. I didn't see the cables. I didn't know if they were single sleeved or anything like that. I thought they were just like straight wire, but I could be wrong. Now the thing next to it, which is kind of cool, this is like that's a mini ITX case, which actually does house a full size ITX board inside of there. Well, full size ITX, mini ITX board in there. It doesn't have room for a graphics card, as far as I can tell. And he was saying that there wasn't really room for a graphics card. But what's kind of neat is that the top of the unit, they had two different ones on display. One was like a wood panel, and then one was like a mesh panel. And that kind of got me thinking about, well, what else could you use that for? Could you make it into, like a plexi panel? And then there you go. That's the insides. And then it comes with power supply. I think power supply you said was like 250 watt or 140, 40 watt or something like that. Admo? Is that how you say it? I'll call you Mr. Diaz. How about that? Mr. Diaz, I am sorry. That stinks because I know how you feel. Um, again, everybody here in the family has been on lockdown, and we're all hunkered down together for the time being. But yeah, no, getting it sucks. I think we had it shit when it first came out. Man, I had it when it was brand new. I had that new. No, I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. It's a joke. But when we were at PAX and when they had released that information about how, oh, Boston was like one of the main prime exposure points of where it got here. PAX East 2021. Anyone there? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was like 250,000 people were there on multiple days. So it's like, anyways, moving on. I hope you feel better. That's the point. That's the main point here. I hope you feel better. And hopefully I can share some of this because, maybe the pain that we are enduring together, I get to share some of the cool things that I saw. Right? I don't know. Help me, help you, help us. That's how I feel. But again, this little in-win case here, the all-in-one thing, I thought was kind of neat. Again, you could fit a full-size board in there. I don't know how the hell you'd water cool it. You probably wouldn't. I mean, it's just way too small. If you put a Raspberry Pi in there, you could probably stick all sorts of water cooling in there. But again, I was really concerned. No, I was really interested about the top panel. What I could do with that, and maybe make our own, cut out or plexi or whatever, you know. Canon had a huge display, but I was not going to wait there, and then you had to sign in and then walk through and a whole bunch of no, thank you very much, no thanks. So, Razer had their booth there that had a whole bunch of people that I guess there was a bunch of famous people that do the streaming thing, the stuff with the things and the yob with the phone, and they do the clickies on the keyboards and they get paid for it, I guess, or something like that. I don't know. That's what I was told. That's what I saw. I don't know. I don't know. But apparently they had a whole bunch of people there. They were doing live streams pretty much throughout the whole day. There were a bunch of different little sections and areas and whatever. It's kind of cool. Now the next part that was next to Inwin was pretty dope. They actually had VR flight sims. But on top of that, they like they were all coordinated together, so you could do group sessions. You had live ATC. You had the ability to do different weather, different situations, different scenarios, all sorts of craziness. Now the cool part was that this particular unit was just one of 4 that they had on display, which is pretty sweet. This one was obviously the VR, where they're using the pretty sure that's the Warthog. Yeah, that's the Thrustmaster HOTAS on both sides here, which is, that's going to be more than plenty. The thing that they were saying is that, when you put on this particular headset, when you're looking around, the parts that you're reaching for and that you're looking at are actually there. So like if you go to reach for the flaps or the lights or the whatever that's over on your left hand side and whatnot, you theoretically should be looking at it and be able to reach it, and your hand would show up and everything like that, which was kind of neat. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to try it out because we were running around all day. And because the show ended early, that was my plan, was to come back and do a live stream of this. However, what we're gonna do is trying to get into contact with them to try and work with them, because these were really, really neat. The precision flight controls. This was the modular flight deck, which was basically the inside of a Cessna. Four screens, has all of the panels, the yoke, the throttle, all of it. This one was actually simulating doing Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Yeah, Flight Sim 2020. And then it also had the operator and the instructor and everything like that. So they're certified, so you can actually log your flight hours, your in-class flight hours using their systems, which was pretty sweet. Like I said, this is like a double rack unit that's sitting next to the unit that actually has all the controls inside of it. It's bananas. Um, but it was really, really neat to see and really cool. Again, I wanted to use it. And then this one, portable trainer, literally, this was all inside of the box here. The PC comes separate, obviously, but inside of this box, you got this flight simulator that you literally just sit down in. That has the throttle, again, the same HOTAS as you normally would, um, and will pretty much do anything that you ask of it. And that was the cool part while we were there. Is one of the guys that was flying the thing was actually Air Force, retired Air Force, and he was saying, yeah, no, this is pretty good. This is as close as you're going to get than being up there, and I guess I can believe that, you know. The other thing that we ended up seeing while we were on our walkthrough was this BIGKevin, which is like a force feedback system that you put on, that you wear, you know. I got hit. And it vibrates. The thing that they were simulating was the gloves, um, and the the vest itself. Here, let's go back here. The gloves and the vest itself were a DJ simulation, was what it was, and it allowed you to, you know, interact with the different turntables and everything like that, which was kind of neat. I thought you could do more with it, but I don't know. You know, it was a cut down display because everybody was running on, you know, a skeleton crew per se. So, but that was kind of cool. Yeah, the tack gloves. All right, let me see who else is in here. Joe, thanks for being here. Diaz, yes, I'm sorry again for you being sick. That sucks. Jonathan, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. Brain Check Society. And not Nancy. Captain, how are you, my friend? Hopefully everything's going all right. Things are okay so far. So good. I'll keep you posted as we continue our quarantine. So, uh, the other things that we saw, a couple of the other things, this GTR simulator was just basically a sit-down unit that steering wheel, pedals, gear-driven steering wheel. You can't buy the pedals without the steering wheel. The pedals look meh at best. But the other one of the other cool things we saw was this square off. It's basically playing the computer. The board itself actually moves, and will move the pieces for you. Or well, you'll select your pieces, and then it will actually move the pieces where it needs to go. I got a video of it, and I don't remember where the heck I put it. But it basically like I said, you make a move, the computer calculates that, and then makes the best move, and then moves the piece. It's I don't know, the next thing in between board games and video games, right? One step closer. Bugatti had a display where they were really showing off their scooters. I mean, obviously, they had Bugatti. But they, like, seriously, scooters. Sick Bugatti. Good work. Bosch had this electric hybrid thing that they were kind of just, it was a prototype display of what it could be. Um, and basically it would be a car that had, was super eco-friendly, had an electronic motor, would do this, and then it also, yes, had an electronic turbo. Sick. Yes, we'll take one, please. I'll take two. Joe was happy. I was too. But again, it was mostly all about EV and how can you make it more efficient and make everything super, super electric. Speaking of electric, I think I'm gonna have to get one of these. Yeah, that's an electric mountain bike. And that's the nicest one I've seen. So yeah, sign me up. I'll take one. Screw it. Let's get 3 and we'll get the whole fam on them. Make sure Maddie's go slow. Mine can go 40 though. Dude, how sick would that be? We need to beef up that front shock though. Is that rock shocks? Ew. Get that hot trash out of here. Give me a big and give me a nice fork. What is that? 100? You give me 120 millimeters of travel? Probably not even about 100 millimeters of travel. You gotta be kidding me. I got more travel on my freaking Minato flick from 2009 than that thing's got all together. Well, we're gonna save on weight. Are you kidding? You're putting a lithium ion battery in the freaking thing. Come on. But I'm not gonna lie though, this one looks slick. I mean, those are sick. How are the hours and capacity? Who knows? I don't know. I wish I did. It didn't say anything about it. It would have been cool if it did, but nope. Nope. So, and then Joe liked this one. This one was like a sweet little, I don't know, 1950s, 1960s little pit bike type thing. Kind of cool. There's the big old battery right in the back, and it's right. What does that symbol mean? Anyone know? Anybody in the chat have any idea what that actually means? Does that mean that the Swiss and Germany made it together? I'm not sure. I ain't got a clue. But that would be my guess. But I mean, that thing's kind of cool too. Yeah. I don't know what I would put on the front. Maybe a brush guard. Yeah. Always wanted an electric bike after seeing Vince. Yeah, I agree. Some of the electric bike now are just sick. They're nuts. They're nasty. So, um, some of the other stuff. Yeah, sick 8K TV. I don't know, 120 inch. That's cool. Sony's display was Sony. Oh, PlayStation 5. Oh, wow. This was kind of scary and cool at the same time. We were standing here, the guy's flying the drone, and he happened to look at us as we were coming around the corner, and I guess, like, I watched him do it. He tapped on the screen, which then targeted me, right? It, like, put a box. That's what this is up here. This is his display. He was able to pop me right here. That's me taking the photo. This is Corey standing next to me. Um, he put the box on my head as I walked around the corner, and the drone itself literally went boop and looked right at me, and then just followed me as I walked around, which was kind of nuts. And then it was telling me the temperature of like a thermal readout. So it's actually a thermal imaging camera on top of it being a regular camera as well. That's kind of cool and scary at the same time. Let me take a photo of it. Because they had a bunch of different drones. This one had like drones. The one was like can fly for like 48 hours or something like that. What? How? Just like, screwing around for a while. Again, more electric bikes. I did kind of like this one. That one at least looked like slick. I don't know. A lot of people like the rigid fixies, the single speed, fast guys. I was never really a fan. I was always a mountain bike guy. Even if I was in the city, I'd just put hookworms on it and call it a day. But this was another group of guys that we saw before. Um, Oh, Jonathan, I hope you're still in the chat here. You're gonna have to help me out with these guys because they are so French, and I can't. I, it, the, the vowels just don't come out the right way, so I'm gonna need your help here. These are the super little mini cases that they have for like the Nooks and for the all-in-one boards and the APUs and stuff like that. Um, they're sweet. They're dope. We've actually seen these before. They were in Computex, I think. I think they were in Computex, but we got to see them again, which was cool. They were on display during CES as well. This is the full-size version of the one case, and that actually will house not a full-size ETX, but an M-ATX, ITX? No, ITX, and then a full-size graphics card. 13.5 inches, I think he said. So I think that's all graphics cards, right? I think. So, yeah, and there's the lineup right there. And they are smaller from left to right. This one actually is a little bit more shrinky. Somebody squished it. Let's see if I can rotate this the right way. Yeah, they had one that was there that was already set up. 30 centimeter graphics card. What is that over here? 1, 2, 30. 30 would be 11. Right? Just if I'm not, please correct me if I'm wrong here, guys, because maybe I'm having a brain fart here. 30 centimeters would be 300 millimeters, right? Right? And then if you line up 300 millimeters, that's like 11 and 3/4, right? Uh, am I doing math right? Is math working? Is that going in the head the right way and coming out the mouth correct? Which means it doesn't fit very many graphics cards at all. But then again, this could just be the mid-size one. It might not, yeah, built with the Intel Nook, so it might not be the one that I was looking at. All right, there it is, Jonathan. Ready? Here we go. Blue Jour. Mood by Blue. I think. I think that's how you say it. Blue Jour. Anyways, I think it's blue something. Blue yours. I have no idea. Blue day. Okay. Which means it's a sunny day because it's blue out or something. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, so Blue Jour, they were there. I think that's how Blue Jour. Blue Jour. I think that's yeah, like 2 inches short of 360. Right, right, right. Okay, right. Yeah, which would be here and 360. Yeah, exactly. It's like 2.5 inches. Yeah, precisely. Okay, thank you, Caleb. At least, yeah. I mean, goodness. Sorry. I mean, converting it from euro to American is sometimes very difficult. American. Anyways, so they had a whole bunch of these little things on display. They were really cool. They were neat looking. Apparently my camera didn't want to focus on them. It's cool. The other thing who the heck was this? I forgot who the heck it was. Iceberg thermal. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not. We're just getting it off my screen. It looks like they were selling the um, heat sinks and stuff like that with plastic. So we'll just buy. Tesla, they were there. But they also had this particular display was for I forgot what it was. Amatech, I think is what it is. But for the car industry, where you literally drive the Tesla onto the thing and it like does all the sensors for you and does all the things and tells you exactly what you need to do with the car. It's pretty cool. This was kind of weird. Here's why. Like, I guess it's got to be a concept, right? Because in all practicality, this would never work. What it is on the backside of this Mack truck is a display. It's a drone thing. You can have it do multiple drone things. A drone that goes on the ground, a drone that goes in the air, something that connects to it that makes it a radio drone. Add a fucking radar thing to it. Make it, fill your gas. Make it, whatever. Okay, cool. That's awesome and everything. However, what happens to aluminum when you expose it to the elements? Even if it is coated in aluminum, what happens? Well, it gets all rusty and gets all effed up, right? Because that's what happens. Well, so I was looking at this a little bit more and more and more, and right here on the front, which is going to be one of the radar sensors, it's got an aluminum heatsink and an aluminum body that's not coated in anything. So even if you powder coat that, it's still made out of aluminum. It's probably not going to last very much. Oh, no, it's definitely aluminum. Like, not steel. I wish it was. Like, because that's what I first was like, oh, wow, cool, yeah. Really? Like, come on, guys. So maybe that's why it's, again, a prototype and everything like that. I don't even think half of these antennas they actually worked or anything like that. Again, I don't know. It didn't have really much on display for it. But, I mean, it did look cool. I like the color. Again, it's supposed to, I guess it might. But then, there you go. Boom. Yeah, see? Another one. Why? Why you put aluminum heatsink on the outside of your truck? It will degrade. It will expand. It will just. Anyways, all right. Another cool thing. These are like single-person cars. But they're not exactly cars. They're more like those crossbow things where you have the two wheels in the front and one wheel in the back, and that's, I'm pretty sure, where it's gonna drive. You're gonna get your power from is from the back. These are kind of cool looking. Not gonna lie, they do kind of look cool. They look like a thing from Halo. It just needs to be a little bit wider and float, and be purple, and it would shoot. Yeah. Anyways, but surprisingly roomy inside. It does have a CD player, which, funny enough, they put like an old ass JVC. Ew. And I just realized that's just like super cut out. Somebody used like a freaking Dremel or something like that and didn't really take a lot of time on that. Huh, interesting. But it was actually kind of neat to look at. It was kind of cool. But again, as a single person, I don't think I would know. And again, rear wheel drive. The funny part, um, the funny part is that we asked her about how these things handle in the snow, and she's like, well, so unfortunately, that's going to be a summer car type thing, which was kind of funny. But let's see, Caleb. I thought aluminum is more rust resistant. To be honest with you, powder coated steel is going to be probably the most rust resistant, although it may not necessarily dissipate the heat the best. The steel probably hold out laster, or Jesus, wow, hold out longer, faster, longer. That was pretty good. It should last longer, would be my guess. I know aluminum here in Rochester and stuff like that. Like if you have an aluminum head or anything that's really aluminum, it tends to rust a lot faster, or at least start to oxidize and then break down into rust after that. Whereas like your steel bottom ends or your cast iron and stuff like that, it's not going to rust. However, again, you kind of raise the point of what's going to cool more efficiently. And to be perfectly honest with you, what I would have thought would have been good would be powder coated copper. Because, like, but then again, copper's kind of soft. So maybe aluminum is the best. But there's got to be a middle ground because that aluminum just seems like that would be soft too. because it's not like it's hard. Aluminum's a soft metal. Same with copper. I mean, it's harder than copper, but I think it is actually. I would imagine. The other uh, cool thing that they had on display were these two cars. These were fully electric vehicles. So this was one of the Jeeps, their off-road Jeeps that was electric. That had like fully crazy customized Fox shocks and strut bars and all sorts of craziness on it, which was kind of cool. DS Automobiles had their race car that was there. I think this was supposed to be like one of their, uh, not the F1, but the supercar, I think is what it was. But one of the final things that we ended up doing that day was going to the HyperX Arena, which was kind of cool. We got to talk with the guys from Landfest and in HyperX there, and we got to see the arena, which was pretty dope. The arena's basically got 5-on-5 battles. They were doing live streams and stuff like that pretty much all day. And while we were there, they were doing a whole bunch of stuff too, giveaways and all sorts of things. So it was kind of cool. But the whole top part is like a balcony where you get to hang out and you can have drinks and order food and whatever. So it's pretty cool. That's where the chandelier came from, in case you were wondering, on social media. We made out with a pretty awesome Viper grab bag, which was pretty cool. And then we also went to EK, which was nice. We got to see Kat and Jake and Kalen, actually. I got to see Kalen for like a split second, which kind of sucked because we were running around. He had just gotten there. He was still setting up the build, and we had to go. Sometimes that's just the way it is, but because CES was so short, you're just in, out, and he's gone before we got to see him. So, but they had some of these cool builds. They had a couple cool builds on display. This one in particular showing off the Velocity 2 block and the direct link as well. And then again, we didn't have. I didn't get a chance to take good photos of Kalen's build because he was in the middle of putting things back together because he had just transported it there. So, unfortunately, I will have to get some photos from him and share them. Velocity 2 blocks. We also went and saw Oris, which was pretty cool. Saw their water force block. They came back with the leak detection. Sweet. The the water force blocks are now numbered as well. And they have a direct USB-C connection to the motherboard. That's how you connect the water block with the RGB and the sensors and all that happy stuff to. Yeah. Anyways. M.2s are underneath here too. So, yeah. Not exactly friendly to work with, that's for sure. But I guess you know that when you buy one. District Donuts, which is in the Cosmopolitan, I can't tell you how amazing these are. So if you are ever in Vegas, definitely stop and get some. They're so oh my god. So good. Expensive, but good. And then we also had our PC there, the PC that we had set up for PDX LAN. I got to take some photos inside of the hotel, which I thought were kind of cool. Some of these were kind of neat. But we got to see some pretty cool cars while you're down there. Bentley, obviously, in the background. And this is McLaren. Got to see some cool places. Again, you know, got to take some cool photos too, you know. Yeah, man. We were. I was actually at PDX. Caleb is saying he didn't even realize that we were there at PDX Land because of everyone wearing masks. Yeah, we were actually in the back corner. That's sitting with Shannon from Be Quiet. Yeah. And this PC was actually on display. Big shout out to Game DS, who was nice enough to send us over one of their Hermes 3 keyboards. This is one of the 70%ers. And then Jacqueline was actually super nice to custom make some of these keycaps for us. So I ended up bringing that along, you know, to show off while we had it on display. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. But there it is. That's Vegas. Oh, and now I'm sorry for any of the vegetarians that are here. But for those of you who enjoy meat, here comes some meat porn. We were at our good friend Kyle's and we ate some meat. How much meat? Oh, let me tell you. Meat. On meat. On meat. On more meat. With meat. With even more meat. Really good meat. Meat that had to sit and rest. Meat that had been cut up and smoked. Zucchini that had been smoked. Oh, barbecue pork. Oh. Okay, yeah, so there it is. All the meats. We get to eat all of it. So good. So good. So I can't wait to go back. That'd be cool. But also, one of the shops, the sandwich shops that's inside the Cosmo next to the donut shop, had this. This was called the Bronx Bomber sandwich. It was awesome. It was basically like it was kind of like a Philly cheesesteak, but with peppers and onions instead, and like this really hot sauce that went on top of it. Ah, delish. Caleb, I didn't know Rod was staying. He wanted to sit there in the game in the mask. No, Kalen wasn't there. Unfortunately, he was working on the drift mod that you just saw for CES. Yeah, got glass Yoda and Nike shoe outside of one of the stores. And then yes, double down if you don't know what this is. You get to drink a shot glass out of a toilet. Yeah, you heard me. Out of a toilet. They give you this porcelain glass toilet as your cup. I have it somewhere. I don't think I have it down here. But yeah, you get a shot glass out of that, and it actually is pretty good. It wasn't that bad of a shot. It's like some mix that they have that came from who knows where. But it was good. So make sure you go get one of those with a super punk bar, in case you were wondering. And then this is one of the cool things that I saw while we were leaving the Vegas uh, airport, which is not McCain anymore or McCarran. It's Harris. Harry, something like that. But inside of there, I didn't know they have like an entire memorabilia section. Well, not memorabilia, but history section of aviation. All sorts of cool stuff. Then across from that, you have this ridiculous store that has. I mean, it's so expensive. All the stuff is like unbelievably expensive. There you go. Yeah, a nice quartz for a hot 13.5. Just put that in my backpack and oh, it has free shipping. Has free shipping. There you go. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of different cool sculptures and everything like that. But on top of that, this table was actually a robot like holding it up, which was kind of cool. It's kind of neat. But yeah, there's that. All made out of metal and stuff like that. I'm sure $1 billion, but it was a beautiful day to fly back. Oh yeah, and then $1 billion Delta airplane. Some models that were on display. But yeah, it was a beautiful day to fly back. Got to see some of the Rockies and some of the mountains and stuff like that. Snow on the mountains on the way back. And then that is the city of Denver, which was kind of neat to see. It's just unbelievable how bright it was. So, and then I got to come home to this. My two beautiful ladies and an awesome welcome home gift, right? How awesome is that? So, but that is what I have for you for today when it comes to CES stuff. Now, and I get locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me out. Because I'm still locked up here. I'm gonna load up some stuff. Figured, because this is the gaming stream. Probably should do some games, right? Probably a good idea. Just a thought. All right, so last time we played, what did we play? Oh, World of Tanks. And then we played one round of Ready or Not. So hopefully, yeah, I got my buddy on. He is online. I'm sure he's in the Discord here somewhere. I will hop in with him in a second. However, what I wanted to show off is my good old farm. You guys want to see my farm? How awesome my farm is? It's pretty cool. I promise it won't take too long. And then we'll play some other things, I promise. Caleb, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. Have a good afternoon. All right, so. And I get locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out. I think this is where the howdy y'all is coming from. Howdy y'all, come on down to the good old BIGKevin farm, where we got all sorts of things here. We put Microsoft Farm Sim, it's not Microsoft, whoever, Farm Simulator 2022 on hard, and then let Kevin rip at it. So here we are. I think last time I showed you guys we had a farm. It was this farm over here. Now, well, we've done upgraded a little bit here. 48 is now RS2. 40 has now been split into a different farm that I will show you guys in a little bit, and 37 is now my sunflower farm. So 37 is still growing. Looks like 38, 41, 39, 42, which is one big old farm, and 48 are ready to harvest. So why don't we go farm? Let's go check it out. I just put the fertilizer on this one, which now will make the crops grow a little bit better. You get more yield out of it every time you fertilizer. I think you can fertilize up to 2 different times. So this is the top farm that we're on, or the top. Is it 9? Yeah, it's 9. Oops. Alright, so here on the farm, we have a whole bunch of things here. This is that little farm area that I told you about. That is off to the side here. That is actually where we're going to do a whole bunch of forestry. That's my plan for that. I've planted a whole bunch of spruce trees and a bunch of birch. I'm just waiting for them to finally grow. What in the bejesus is going on? Oh, that's right. So part of see, the problem is that you need to wash everything off, and I usually do everything in steps, right? So this is well, the traffic jam at the car wash, because considering everybody's here, this is the car wash. You pick up the thing and you spray everything down. Now, I know this seems really stupid. However, it is part of the whole maintenance aspect of the game, so you gotta make sure that you clean and wash everything down before you put it away. And because I just planted all of the crops for next year, I have to start harvesting the rest of the crops. It is important to make sure you clean everything off again before you put it away. It'll make things last longer, and then your overall maintenance cost for doing the work itself goes down, because everything costs money in this game. Whether you're driving a car, whether it's idling, whether it's just sitting there or whatever, you have to pay for the gas, you have to pay for whatever. It's all part of it, so. Just gonna rinse this off. You just have to hold it there. I think 15 seconds is the timer for it. Get the back there. And you can usually tell by the tire tracks. Done. That's it. So put that away, and all of these things can now get parked. But before we go and do the whole parking bonanza, why don't we switch over to... What I'm doing is tabbing through all the different vehicles that we have. I'll explain what that is in a minute. Perfect. Alright, so over here, this is field 48, which is the biggest field that I have. That's why I have the biggest equipment on it. So because it's so huge, I'm gonna pull out the monster John Deere. Have this thing start over here. And the beauty of this is that you can pretty much set it up so once you start harvesting, you can have an AI worker finish the rest. So that's what we're gonna do. Get up here, rotate this around, get up just a little bit. Turn this. There we go. It's on its way. Alright, so now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and park these guys. Oops, park these guys right in here. So, let go. Oh, I said let go to the wrong thing. Oops. There we go. I told it to drop the weight in the front instead of dropping the actual thing. I'm just gonna leave this over here for now. This guy's now clean. He's got to go back inside. Guys right up here because they're for the sunflowers. Okay, there's that one. This one I can move and put it into, or drop the fertilizer in off. Go park this one. Goes. Great. Most of the tractors put away. Oh yeah, I probably should. That's the thing that you end up doing, is you get carried away with completing a task, whatever the task may be, harvesting or sowing or whatever. And then you're like, oh, okay, cool, I finally get to put everything away, and then there's something you forgot. Usually, it's that you forgot to start the other task, and that's precisely what happened here. So I was supposed to start up the harvester. Show you that process quickly. Alright, then what we'll do is we'll hop on over to Ready or Not, play a couple rounds of that quick. Then I think we'll call. But yeah, those trees are coming in nice. Maybe by next stream here we'll be able to harvest them. We'll see. I gotta buy some more equipment for that though. Alright. Here we go, let it rip. Alright. Just put this guy away. Okay, there we go. And then that's it. Boom. We have all our tractors back into the place that they need to go. Actually, we're going to keep this one out because we're going to need it to pick up the harvests from the harvester here. So we'll grab this quick. Over here. When he's full, we'll go and pick it up from him. So in the meantime, we'll just park it over here. Alright, so that's what we'll do for that. Now I'm going to hop over to Discord here. I'm going to join our good friend. If we can. We'll see. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll just keep rolling with this one for a second. And keep showing you. Show you what's actually going on. It looks like Owen's not able to join us today, so that's okay. We'll get to show you off some other things, again, with Farm Sim, and then whatever else we feel like playing here. But yeah, I bought a whole bunch of random forestry stuff, including this big old tractor. And the whole point was to be able to go through and harvest all the trees that I planted, and then turn them into logs or into planks, and then obviously into furniture. And you can do all of that by buying certain buildings and stuff like that. As you can see, I have all of my greenhouses that are down there. Actually, I'll show you that a little better. There you go. So all the greenhouses here, my solar power, my wind farms, more solar. But then you have the grain mill, which creates, it basically will take, or oil mill, which will take the sunflower, turn it into oil, as well as the canola and turn it into oil as well. And then you can sell it. But this over here is the market, which is kind of sweet too. And that's why, as you can see, I have this weird setup here. And the whole point of this is that your honey that is created by the bees that are sitting over there comes and basically spawns into a point right over here onto 2 different pallets. Well, it doesn't continue to create anymore, and it won't drop any more pallets until you clear those 2. So because it's annoying, and I don't really want to pick up pallets and drop them off and then load them onto a trailer or anything like that, what we did is created a fence. So this is a selling point for the market. You wait until the correct time of year to sell all the honey. You push it all up until the end here until you're ready, and then you sell it. The time to sell honey is in March. The time to sell eggs is in November. So that is pretty much what you see here. Got eggs over here. I have an electric tractor, which is kind of cool. I didn't know that these things even existed. But you have an electric tractor that, again, has a plow on the front of it, so it allows you to move the pallets a lot easier. But so far, this farm itself is pretty much 100% self-sufficient. So all of the windmills that you see, all the solar and everything like that, basically powers everything and allows it to operate without having any costs, and it actually earns me money. That's why I have $2.7 million on hard, because I figured out how to sell things the right way and harvest things the right way and all of that type of stuff in order to make it easy for you to actually, make a lot of money in the game, even on hard. So what we're gonna do is, because we've got the big tractor over here, this is one of the biggest John Deeres that you can actually have. And I knew that this guy would be filling up soon. Here we are. We'll just cut right through here. And now one thing I did shut off was farm damage, tracks, vegetation damage is what it's called, which is basically if you drive through something, it ruins the crop, which is kind of annoying, to be honest with you, especially when you're starting. But I did have it on when I had it when I was starting and everything like that. And then I just got to a point where it's like, okay, I'm making enough money. I've sufficiently beat the game in my mind on hard to play it and turn off some of the settings. Bam, there it is. There's 16.2 thousand liters worth of canola. And what I'll do is I think it gets all the way through to the end before I have to restart it. Hold on. Yeah, Maddie. I'm in the middle of the stream. What's up?
Do I have mittens? Because she's bothering us.
She's bothering us. Okay. Well, we will grab mittens.
She's
Farting on us? Why do I have to take the cat because she's farting on us? That's not very nice. Oh, okay. Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
That's what the truck is done.
What's that?
It's done.
Yes, the truck is done. That is right.
Are you on there with your phone?
No, not right now, but we do have some people that are watching and hanging out with us. So, they are watching the farming sim as we harvest our stuff. So, gotta put these back on though. Thank you, dear, and thank you for bringing me the farty, smelly cat. I thoroughly appreciate that. Thanks.
You know, I'm gonna ask my mom if I can stay down here.
No, go on. Let's get I'll be done in a little bit. Thank you.
No, she'll make them stay down here.
No, she's fine. Where's her ball?
Oh.
Look for her ball. It's around somewhere. It might be in the corner or somewhere. Is it? There you go. Throw it for her, and then you're good. Bye. Love you. That is the infamous Maddie move. She is awesome. I'll tell you what. And then we also have Mittens, the little stinky kitty, apparently. That likes to play fetch. We'll see if she climbs up my arm and completely destroys it here in the next 20 minutes or more. And she usually plays with whatever she's got and then drops it either at my foot or on my face because she climbs up the shoulder and just drops it here. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, so farming sim. Sorry, back to what we were doing. We harvested the stuff that was inside of the inside of that one field. We're waiting for the harvester to finish on the other one. There's the harvester going right now. This guy is probably going to be full here soon, I would imagine. I would think. The way that you can tell... Yep, there you go. Usually they extend the pipe when they're full. Typically, though, you're supposed to... You don't want the harvester to stop because time is money, right? So in theory, the flashing light that's above it, the beacon light that you can see, is actually supposed to turn on when you hit 80%. So. Where did my smelly kitty go? Oh, there she is. Smelly kitty. Instead of warm kitty, soft kitty, we have smelly kitty, farty kitty. Disgusting ball of fur. Anyways, alright, so they're now dumped off, good to go, boom. And that's it. You wash, rinse, repeat this over and over and over and over and over until you make a lot of money, and then you can build a lot of things, like I have. Right? Lots of things. Lots of tractors. Lots of cool things. Alright. So that being said, let's save out of this. Save. And let's go take a look at Driftway 1 because they did that AE86 update and I wanted to add that, or I wanted to play that. So let's see what we got. And then, to be honest with you, we'll probably call it for the day. It's a Friday. I gotta make a nice fire, you know. Put it in the fireplace. It's typically where fires go. But I figured what we could do is at least see if we could build up one of those E86s, because I haven't actually played around with this car just yet, and I'd be interested to see what they got for motor. What kind of motor do you put in this thing? First, you wait for it to load. There we go. All right, so right now I got an RX-7 and a BIM. All right, but we want to buy a new car. And we want to buy the new AE87, 8086. Which, again, there didn't used to be this many cars, which was kind of cool. A bunch of different BMWs, all E-Series. Then you have the Mustang. It's just going to drive into people. The 180SX, which is the cool version. The Sylvia, the S15, which I have one of those. The BRZ, which, yeah, whatever. And then the AE86, which is, yeah, baby. Check out this old school. Like, I want to make it, like, tan. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make it like Grandma's car. But we're gonna trick out Grandma's car. That's my thought. That is my thought. And then we'll go blast it around the corners. And I hate the audio in this. When you're just sitting here in the shop, you know. You like all these crickets and stuff hanging out in the background and stuff. It's like, why? You receive the basic modifications to the suspension. No, don't add any. No. I want to take all this apart. No. Can I move? You have to. You have to do that first, and then you can take it all apart. That is so silly. Alright. Well, in that case... How do you find different parts? Okay. Now you can... Alright, okay, cool. Let's obviously make it look cool first, and then, you know. Oh, sick JDM bumper. Look at that. Heck yeah, get it out of here with this nonsense. Alright, now... What's the difference? Front one is like flared? Is that what that is? Sick, super flared. Door left, door trim. Can you do something with that? No. Can you take it off? Oh, you can take the door trim off. Yeah, I like that better. No different parts for the door. Are there side skirts that go with it though? Maybe. All right, let's do the fat rear end side skirts, obviously, with the cool, super cool JDM dual exhaust thing, right? Think. What about that. Look at that, you know? Alright, so we can close this door. We can get rid of the trim. Oh, we got a cat attacking a backpack. That happens. Alright. There's gotta be side skirts for this thing. It's gotta be. Gotta be. Is there... What? Filters. Yeah, for the... yeah, that guy. Okay, so now... There we go. See, I knew it'd be somewhere. Oh yeah, look at that thing. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Right there. See, look at that, guys. Now we got this cool looking car. You know, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Oh yeah, and I forgot about this. You have to put in the show missing parts. You have to put in the seats and stuff like that. Why are these all F? There we go. What kind of color do we want to make this thing? Let's just go black. How do we go? Just, you know, black. Sure. Let's go with the black. Sounds great. Alright, cool. There it is. Boom. Car. Good to go. Now we gotta put it on the dyno. Or onto the lift. Car on the lift is missing wheels. Well, I don't know what you want me to do with that. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to get you new wheels? Is that what you want? And then you want some stupid tire on it? But you can't do that because you have to, like, take it off and put it on here and then put, oops. There we go. Alright. Tire's now mounted. I don't even care if it's the wrong type of tire. The BMW has been sitting on the thing for too long, just like any other BMW, you know. Alright, now we can... Now we take it all apart. And put it all back together. As awesome. It is kind of annoying, not gonna lie to you, you know, having to do each part at a time. I wish you could just, like, not. That'd be cool. But I mean, you know, because in theory you could take this whole differential out, like, with the shocks on it and the, just by boom, and then undo that one bolt and the whole thing would come out. But, you know, alright, now I gotta go over here, take that off, take the hub off, Take the rear axle out. Take the diff. Oops. Off. Out. Goodbye. I am done with you, sir. Alright, now I gotta do the same thing with the front. Take this all out. Oh, come on. Tension link. Alright, so that should be good. Now I just gotta do this side. Alright. And again, thanks everybody for joining me today. We're continuing the good old quarantine streams, considering the good old COVID has struck our household. Figure why not play some games with you lovely folks, right? So we were playing Farming Sim 2022 earlier. 2021? 2022. And now we're playing a little bit of Drift 21, because they have a new car, the A86, that came out just a little while ago. So now we're trying to make it sweet. Sweet, man, sweet. Right? So we gotta put a bunch of things in here. Like all of it. So we're gonna put this, move the engine. Sure. Alright, cool. Well, let's start with I don't want to go with a boxer motor. Which I didn't yeah, you can do that with the with the BRZ. So what I was thinking was we would do the i6 inline 6-cylinder in the E86. Actually, we probably don't need that much oomph. Maybe just go with the standard issue 4. It's probably going to be just fine, would be my guess. So from the warehouse, let's go for the Toyota 8086. Let's go. Why isn't there like motor? Yeah, there's the drivetrain. This is steering, suspension, body, interior. But where is? Huh, weird. Yeah, so we'll do the 4. Yeah, that should do. And we'll do the high performance gasket. Let's rotate this thing around. Man, if engine rebuilds only went this fast, we'd be in real good shape. Oh, there's the cat. I was wondering where she went. You're right there. Okay, makes sense. Alright, do we have all 4 in there? Okay, we do. Now what do we need? A rear main seal. Okay, so in case you were wondering what that was, that's what that is. Rear main seal. They don't call it that, but I promise you, that's what it is. Alright, now we got that. Spin it around. Let's work on this side here. Go with the starter. Stat. Pump. filter. Find it funny that you can put the time machine on and all the lower end stuff before you actually put the head on, but whatever, you know, it's fine. Alright, let's rotate this. Let's go with the forged head. Let's go with, sure, sport. Sounds good. I don't think that's supposed to go in there yet. Hey, cat. Are you coming to hang out for a little bit? Okay, that's allowed. Just don't be attacking things you don't need to, okay? Alright? Hey, cat, you hear me? Let's intake manifold. Let's go turbo with the turbo pipe. We don't need anything crazy. Let's go with a stage 4. You know, that should be okay, cat. Well, let me get in your way. Are you comfortable now? You good? You good? Okay, cool. And then we'll just wait on that, because that can wait. Do the performance. This one. Alright. Now we need the... No cat. Be doing anything you're not supposed to. Okay. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now we should be able to just take... Do I have to have this on there first? What else do I need on there? Where's the 8086? This one. Oops. Hey, no, don't be attacking the screen, please. Cat. Okay. Now can I put it in? Why not? What am I missing? Yeah. Oh, why not? Radiator type 2. Does it need to have the support underneath it? Is that why? That's what I have. Okay. Now can I put it over there? Now I can. Yeah, there we go. Now that motor's in there. See, look at that. Now all we gotta do is put the intercooler in, the big old big in. Put them pipes on it. Right? And then we do all of this happy stuff, which is the sway bars, the tension rods, these control arms. Obviously you want the good ones. And you want the sports. And we'll do the brakes and stuff after. But for now, we can do this. Okay, and now we can put the... I'd say we'll probably do the normal gearbox and see what that does. And then... How come the exhaust pipe doesn't... Ah, there it is. I see. Oh, there is no... it only goes out one because it's a 4-cylinder. That's silly. I don't think I can put the fuel cell in it because... Oh, yes I can. There we go. Alright, so now let's put the limited slip diff with the stabilizer bars. Let's put the sport shaft in there and the sport axle. Same on this side. Put the crazy, crazy shock absorber. And like I said, we'll do the brakes after. So we'll do brakes and tires later. Okay, cool. So now, in theory, everything should be now connected, which it is. Okay. Yeah, it's only one strut bar, okay. Alright, so now we gotta do brakes and tires. Let's do the front because it's easy. We're going to do big brakes, which is 260 millimeter. And we'll do type 3. And go with... Right. It's annoying because when you toggle the missing parts, it wants you to do the wheel first, which is silly, I thought. So we'll put one on just because, but you really need to get to the brake, and getting to the brake, trying to select that is kind of annoying. So to be honest, we're just going to take it off. We're going to go open warehouse, and we're going to go to brakes. Which doesn't apparently show you any of the brakes, which is cool. How about just apply filters? I see. So now you just buy whatever brake you need. Yeah, I see. It's going to be a 260, right? And we'll do black for this. Right? Boom. So what we'll do is we'll drop that down for a second. Put the 260 on front. There we go. We'll pick up this. We can put that on now. Boom. Alright, and now all we gotta do is pick wheels. That's fine. Let's go to the back here and 260 for the rear for both sides. Let's do the handbrake adapter. Let's put that on both sides. Let's go with the twin pot. That on both sides. Let's go with whoops. 260 was the rear, right? Yeah. So 6 pot. There we go. Alright, and then we gotta put the disc on that. Okay. Then we just have wheels. And that's it. We're done. We can actually rip this thing around. So, wheels. Let's look at some, I don't know, some 18s? 16s? 17s. 17s. Let's do 17s. Let's do some old school. Let's do these. And then we'll paint them like gold. Right? Yeah. Alright, so now we put that here. We go 1, 2, 3. And then we need wheel or tires for them. Tires. And it's a 17. That 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, and now we gotta work on the thing. Hit the go. Put this on there. Put this on there. Hit go. Each time. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Give it to me. I just want to put this on here so we can at least try it. Make sure the thing works. Which I'm sure it does, but... Alright. There we go. She's looking pretty good. I have the transmission, have everything in there. Let's just give her a quick car parameters. Oh. That's the only thing that I need in order to... I see. Alright, so now... stage 3. Cool. Alright, so let's go run a dyno. Sure, almost 1,000 horsepower. That should do. Should do. Alright, let's go see what we got here and see how this thing works. No challenges, let's just do a free ride. And we'll go to... Sure. Actually, no, let's go to the... Let's go to the school. And we'll let it rip. Let's see what happens. Select, start. Alright. Who knows? It might completely suck. I don't think it will, but... Alright, let me turn that down just a little bit, because that audio is just a little loud. Still loud as hell. Hold on. Sorry there, folks. Alright, there we go. Hopefully not terribly too loud. Alright, let's see if I can do it this way. There we go. A little better. Hopefully. Tap the wall. Alright, so that's at least the E86. It does seem to work quite well. The cat has now joined the drift session. I mean, this thing pretty much slides anywhere you want it to. It doesn't really even need anything crazy for a motor or anything because it's so freaking light. It's too much. Too much. Oh, and that killed it. Well, there it is. There she's not too bad. All right, let's try it on one more different spot, and then we'll call it a day for today. Also, we want to make it look pretty, don't we? Probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. Now, maybe what we'll do is we'll take a look at Forza. I know some of you have been playing Forza 5 and everything like that. So maybe we'll take a look at that sometime. What were the challenges? Which one didn't I do? Oh. Some of these challenges are really hard. This one's time attack. But again, yeah, some of them are fine, and others are just awful. But let's see how this one works. Let's see, shall we? Oops. I think this is the... I don't remember what view I usually have it on. Maybe it's this one. Oh, got a big cat. Big cat just came down to say hello. I like to hit that corner apparently. Alright, let's see if we can show you outside. Yeah, there we go. There's your dynamic camera. Hard to drift with looking at it this way. I know it looks better, but man, it is not easy to control. Woo-hoo. Not only that, but this car is new to me too, so. But hey, that is the AE86. Oh, that's cool. You can actually change your view as you're doing it. That's the new Toyota Corolla. Now available inside of Drift 21 and available when you are in the garage here. So, but that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun. I know that we were kind of just hanging out, talking about stuff. Hopefully the CES recap was worth the while, and hopefully you got to see some things that you wouldn't have normally seen. But
and I get locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me out.
Until they do let me out, we'll probably keep doing these live streams, and until we get back to the shop, and until we're back in action, I will continue to keep you updated. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the afternoon. Stay safe out there. Stay stay protected as well as you can, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Until then, we'll talk to you later. What now?